Hello, friends. I'm back with the analysis of some interesting stocks today. I have a list of about 5 to 6 stocks, which I will try to cover in this particular video. So let's start with Asian Paints. Asian Paints, has been, very, in a very tight zone, for quite a few months, I would say, right? Right from, if you look at from January of 2022 onwards, it has been simply zigzagging in a particular range, right? So if you see the higher side of the range is around 3600 and the lower side of the range is around 2500. So, whenever the stock hits the resistance zone, if you see here, it basically takes resistance, it comes down, and whenever it hits the support zone around here, it's taking support and going up, right? Now we see that the stock is again breaking down. There's been some news around competition for this stock, so this we have seen some bit of selling in this stock. So I feel that this could be an area where it could take support. Now the two possibilities that you might, yeah, you could think about once it hits this particular support zone. One, there are people who do option selling. So it might be a good zone to sell options or sell puts if the stock were to again uh, reverse from this support zone, right? The other option could be that you simply, keep buying here when it hits the support and keep selling here a stock when it, hits the resistance, right? Eventually, the stock will break out of this consolidation, right? For sure, in one way or the other. Either it will break down or it will break out, but that has to be seen. But this zigzagging in a range in itself presents a good opportunity for traders to either buy or sell stocks or sell options is what I believe. So that was my analysis about Asian Paints. Yeah, it is also below key moving averages of 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average right now, which is fairly evident because it's been in a fairly aggressive downswing. All right. Next, I would like to talk about Bata India. Bata India, very interesting situation it is in right now. So if you see, it's been in a clear downtrend, right? And this is an area where it is taking resistance, and this is an area where it is probably should be taking support. Yes, we are yet to see what happens here. The two possibilities are it will take support here and turn. It might again take resistance here and form some kind of a W pattern and break out, right? So what I feel is something like this, right? It could be a double bottom pattern, right? Now that is one possibility. The other possibility, if I were to just hide this, is that it actually kind of breaks down something like this. That's very this. One second. Right, so it could form something like this kind of a pattern as well, right? Which is what happens when you form uh, a lower, a lower low and a lower high, right? So it might just keep coming down. Like so, it's been coming, it's been forming a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, lower low. It could keep coming down. Now, so which way will it go, right? That's kind of difficult to say. we have to see if it were to reverse from here and if it were to break above the 50-day moving average, this could be a support zone, right? And if it were to go up and then come down, then it could this then we could see a fairly further aggressive downfall in Bata India. So this could be an interesting area as such, and people tend to do various type of options, in an area like this. But I believe it could present an opportunity for a probable um, upswing, and so you could buy, and if it were to fall from here, you could sell, right? So all I'm trying to say is this is a very interesting zone for you to keep a watch out for, which is 1380 as such, around 1380 as such. Okay. Next, I would like to talk about CDSL. So CDSL has been in a clear uptrend as such, and it has been consolidating in this zone. And if you were to go to the daily time frame, we could see some very good volumes while it was breaking out from here, and there are some very good volumes when it is rising up here as well. So the volume is not very convincing while it is approaching the resistance zone again this time. But all I'm trying to say is, again, this could be an interesting stock to watch out for as it tries to break out again, of this resistance zone. So if we see very good volumes, it could be a breakout. Else it could, just um, do something like this. It could go like this, come back here, take support at this resistance zone, and then we could enter once it was again. So this is another possibility for this particular stock. So keep on a watch for CDSL, because I see this is also forming a very interesting price action. Okay, and it is also just in a first base post its moving out of stage one. So I think it's a first base in stage two. So that's another interesting thing about this stock. Okay, next I want to talk about one of the stocks in the chemical sector, Fluorochem. Again, very interesting price action. Very clearly, the stock was, in a downtrend. It looks like it was in a consolidation zone here. So, yeah. Looks like it was in a consolidation zone here. It's broken out of that, and now, very interestingly, it is floating just above its breakout zone. The volumes are fairly good. Also, it seems to be taking, if you see, it seems to be taking a 50 SMA and a 20 SMA support here. So let's see what happens if it were to, kind of reverse from here again. It would be an interesting stock to look at. And if you could keep a track of this particular resistance area, like a mini resistance area, and if it were to break out, I think it's an interesting stock to look at, right? So that's my analysis about Fluorochem. Next, I would like to talk about Gujarat Ambuja exports. This has been chopping around, the zone after it broke out of its, its all-time high. And I would like to look at it, what's happening in the, with the daily chart. So this particular two candles are the ones which has got me interested. The really good volumes. And the stock, of course, has taken into some kind of selling pressure, but the volumes in the selling pressure are very less. So it looks interesting. I think it would probably take support and again go back up. So again, on the stock to keep a lookout for if it were to reverse, after it touches either the support zone or a T and 50 SMA support. That's absolutely right. That's another stock to keep a lookout for. Havells, I'm sure a lot of analysts talking about this today. It's been a long consolidation for this stock since almost it's July of 21, right? It's almost like it's almost like 2.5 years plus. So it's a very, very long consolidation for this stock. This has been the resistance area, this support area. It has hit the support area one, two, three times. It has hit this resistance area almost like one, two, three. Now it's breaking out again. Uh, Volumes are good, not that great, but I mean, it's still the start of the week, so we can see how this behaves. On the daily chart, the volumes look good. Uh, so let's see how does the stock behave once it go to break out. It could again do three types of things. Just do this, simply go like this. Also do this, right? Break out, come back. That's the resistance area which will become support. And then again go like this. Or this could actually be like a false breakout. And it could do something like this and then just come back into the channel. Now, which one of the three will it be? Obviously, if it is going to be either a straight breakout or a breakout after the retest of the resistance, I mean, this support could be an interesting one from a buy standpoint. So we'll see how does the stock behave. This one would be optimum. That it comes and retests the support and then we give you a buy opportunity. But I would suggest to be a little careful if you were to trade the third option where it just kind of is breaking out and you're trying to get in and then it actually gives you a fakey and comes back in the channel, then it could stop you out very easily, right? So you have to be a little careful if you try to trade breakouts as such. The idea of showing this particular analysis was that what are the three options that might emerge once the stock is breaking out. But obviously there's been a long consolidation in the stock, so the odds are in the favor of it breaking out. That's what I would bet on. But let's see how does the stock behave after in the next few days as such. Okay, one more interesting stock. Okay. Laurus Labs. So Laurus Labs is an interesting area again. It went through a very aggressive downtrend, and then it is now seen to be coming out of this particular resistance area. If in a few days, if it does, and then this could be something interesting to look at, because I think this is like a crucial zone for it to break out. Then it might officially enter into support stage 2, and that could be the entry point. Raymond. Seems to be forming a base. So Raymond has been in a uptrend, and then it's kind of forming a base. It's a large base though, so not very, very clear. But the volume on this particular day is what got me interested. Right? I don't know what happened on this day, but it's a large volume. So if it were to take support of this moving averages and go up, then it might be an interesting play again as such. Right? So I hope this was useful. These were some of the stocks which I want to cover. I would really appreciate if you can give some feedback in the comments on what you felt about this analysis, or you wanted to be done in some other way, or you want a shorter format in terms of single stocks, or whatever other solutions you have. This is something I find very interesting to do. So I'll keep coming back with some analysis, and I look forward to coming back with one more shortly. Thank you so much, and you have a good day.